So we knew it was uphill. The Navy was terrific to work with. We had lots of discussions in looking at every aspect, and they're wanting to help us maybe solve a problem. But in the end, that site is proven to be of critical importance to the military. And so what that means for the soccer families is that Waipiʻo now has been taken off of our list after really an extensive study. I know there was a lot of concern. Somebody told me there was a petition for like 18,000 people had signed. And we were on the record of saying if that had become the site, we never would have begun using it as a landfill until we built an alternative site. And then we started looking at the numbers of that, and that was a $100 million project. To do that, to do it right, and do it better than Waipiʻo, to be honest with you, which is what we would be determined to do. But in the spirit of how much soccer means in our parks that we've talked about continuously on these podcasts and what it represents, we would have done right by everybody. So we're back to the drawing board. In some ways, I'm a little bit relieved, I'll be really honest with you, because we never really intended to go to Waipiʻo. We did everything we possibly could with our land action committee and evaluating the sites, but the fact that everything was in a no-pass zone, and going back a couple of years ago when Ridge Hill happened, and that just made anything involving an aquifer off limits, we kind of got backed into that situation that the only places were military, and Lualua wasn't going to work because it was on the west side. Bellows was certainly not going to work for all kinds of reasons, not the least of which is the buffer zones, but not in that area.
Right.
And that only left Waipiʻo because it was out on a peninsula. But again, given the work of the military and everything else. So look, I want to thank the Navy. They were great. Admiral Aguilino, all of them up there really worked carefully with us. We had Mike Formby, the managing director, and myself had a number of meetings. We engaged. We were most serious. I think people knew that once the word got out. But at the end of the day now, we understand it's off the table. So we're back to the drawing board.